Yes, I have watched 28 Months Later.
I own both of them. I should watch them again. I should do some research.
Okay, so Rob, you're on camera while I get the computer set up.
Hey guys, how y'all doing? Miss us? We missed you.
Oh, it's live Tuesday. Haven't missed us much.
It's only Thursday?
It's only Thursday, Rob.
These days, I swear, just kind of bleed together. You're always making monsters. We're building rooms for monsters to live in. It reminded me of something I said years ago, and I was like, wow, you paid attention to that? I said that haunting is very much like building forts with your friends and then putting on scary costumes and inviting people coming over just so you can scare them. It's a little bit more complicated. It's kind of a nice way to put it. Almost there. So for those of you in our viewing audience, none of you, all 7 of you, I am currently making plaster for a head form. And Alan is over there making his computer do the magic.
Yeah.
So you can see your questions as we go along because I'm really awful at keeping up with that. Hey guys, Fonlin, Anthony, hello Alan, hello, and Rob by David, Tim McCall, hello there. Hello everybody out there in the YouTube land. Before you say yes, I'm wearing my hipster hat. There we go. So now that I've got that mixed up, I let that sit for a minute. And then the water does most of the work for me. Nice. Hey guys. Y'all doing okay out there? How cold is it where you're at? Here it was 51 today, which is nice. But we have had some cold snaps, which makes certain curing processes slower. Better. No, not better. Let's get that out of the way. Let's keep that over here so y'all can see what I'm doing. Let me get a brush, get a chip. All right. So, as you can tell, this is all cracked earth. For those of you who actually like to see it looks like the surface of the moon right there. It's mostly liquid. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in there and mix it up with my hands. And then I'll brush a base coat in here. This is our head form mold. It's already been completely mold released, as the case may be. Why is that fuzzy? What's going on here? Fuzzy. Hello? Where'd you? There we go. Okay. So, this is set long enough. Let's get in here and mix it up. I'll make sure we get all the lumps out of it. This is the same stuff that we use when we're making molds for masks as well. Hydrocal, I think. We've got a couple of molds curing off in the distance. Go make stuff. Okay. Now, something I've never mentioned. When you're mixing plaster, it's a good idea, or when you're just getting cups of the hydrocal out to mix with water, to wear gloves. Plaster, by its very nature, draws moisture out of things, draws moisture out of your hands. And if you're not careful, you'll end up with dry, cracked, bleeding hands. And if you're super duper not careful, like the infamous Alan Hops did one time while working down in Florida, you will make pink mold. I mean, pink plaster. Let's see. -2. Jeez. Gary Highway asked, do we use PAX paint when painting?
No.
No, we do not.
I will explain. We use just latex mask paint.
Yeah, we make it
PAX
in-house.
paint stays tacky, and I don't like that. There's no need for it.
We make latex mask paint in-house. And it's not proprietary or anything. It's a three-part solution. Equal parts distilled water, latex house paint, and actual mask latex. And that's what we use here in the shop. Now the reason I'm brushing this in is because I get all the fine details. Make sure I get the nose and the lips and everything else, the eyes. Make sure that all gets good and set in before I just pour it in willy-nilly. As you can see, it's not adhering to the mold very well. And that's because we put the release in there. So this is why we pour it in and create the dwell. Or at least that's why I prefer the dwell. I know, I'm riveting. Ice shop, nice. -2 degrees, John Bellis. That sounds awful. 54 in Florida? Well, have some fun at the beach for me. -2 in New York. Holy Decay, 1313.
We'll be 70s by this weekend.
We're going to be in the 70s? Oh, man, we need to cast, like, all the masks.
Do you have a count of LED masks and which ones you need to pour?
Not at the moment. Not in my memory, no.
Okay, we had the list on the fridge, remember?
Yeah, so it might be a good idea to pour a few. I could probably get quite a few done Sunday. And then be able to come in Monday and trim them. I mean, Tuesday and trim them. So who's all are, we're very, 50s. Wait a minute. Did that say -20? Northern Indiana, and that's without wind chill. Oof.
Polar front for them right now.
Yeah, those guys are getting it rough. Saw a video of a guy dumped hot coffee on his head, and it was frozen before it hit his head. But he was wearing shorts or something, and it turned into some sort of vapor and burned his legs from the cold. When it comes to foam, do you guys prefer using hot or cold foam?
What are they talking about?
Are you talking about foam latex? Or are you talking about foam filled? There's a whole lot of foam in our world. EVA foam typically is room temperature.
Well,
but we heat it to move it, to mold it to things. It just depends.
oh,
A lot of variables. Gary Highway. Am I saying that correctly? Highway?
okay. One more time.
They'll be here soon, ladies and gentlemen. You won't have to tolerate my presence much longer. Mostly Alan.
Okay, so foam latex, you don't really have an option. It has to be baked. There is no non-baked foam latex. So there is no cold foam latex. If you want to foam fill something, there's stuff called AB foam, which comes in a soft foam or a rigid foam variety. So
He's the expert, ladies and gentlemen.
yeah, that's when you're filling up a mask or whatever, that's what you want to do. All right, Tim McCall. It's only 42 degrees in your shop right now. Well, get to work, Tim. Nora, hello. It's good to see you on.
Hello, Nora. Love.
Okay. So, come on over.
That one's painting tonight.
Yeah, we have some stuff to get done. This lamp, I think I can do with unplugging. We're tethered. We're tethered to things. So many cords.
8 inches of snow, Tim McCall said. 8 inches of snow. Man, I don't think we've had 8 inches of snow in Texas over the past 4 or 5 years.
I'd say 10 years, dude.
Has it been that long? Because I was down in Houston when we got those like 6 inches.
We had 2 inches of snow. Boy, a while back. So these squeeze bottles are properly mixed latex mask paint, which is 1/3 casting latex, the same stuff we pour the masks up with, 1/3 distilled water, and 1/3 latex house paint. I am augmenting the color a little bit with just a little bit of acrylic, but it's not really enough to throw off the ratio severely. And these are already well based with latex paint, so there's already a stretch. People use PAX paint when they don't want to make a stretchy paint, so they make a sticky paint. And even though the mask will stretch and then go back to its original shape, the paint will stick instead of flake off. I think it's better to just make a stretchy paint that will stretch and not
Less
come
cracking.
off.
Less cracking.
Yeah, it won't crack.
Thank you, Gary. You're welcome.
Okay.
I said his name correctly.
Well, you can't say all the right things, can you, Rob?
Sometimes. I used to be a telemarketer. I know me kind of well. The former life.
Yeah, it's pretty light underneath of there. It's not going to serve me. I have to darken it. We'll see.
That's super green.
Yes. This is literally the color of mud.
Oh,
So I want to unmuddy it.
super green will do it. I gotta be less afraid of color.
Do not be afraid of color. Haunted lighting saps the color. Haunted house lighting. It saps the color out of everything. So we did a haunted house that was black and white in theme and nature. And we learned that we had this one area that was like a wardrobe department because it was set in a black and white movie studio. So they went to a wardrobe department with all these clothes hanging on either side of them. We didn't have to use black and white clothes and gray clothes like we thought, because in the light, even the colored clothing looked black and white. So there wasn't a need for us to just use black and white.
And that was by far one of my favorite haunts I've ever been through.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
It was cool.
And I'm just dry brushing this color on right now. I can up the overall greenness of this piece later. You can't just paint it on the head form. You've got to pick it up. You want to paint under the chin and stuff. And these are going to Transworld, these masks, so they have to, I have to repaint them to look like this the next time I sell one. And that is, okay. Let's look at comments up here. Where do you find the price for Monster Camp? Monster Camp is $450. That's awesome, Jesse. I will see you at Transworld. That's very cool. You must have spent enough money with Fright Props for them to think you ought to go to Transworld. That's good. Why is that funny?
It's not very funny.
Why did you think that was funny? And when you were dry brushing these, why did you think that underneath the chin didn't deserve any paint? What did under this chin do to you, Rob, where you think it does not deserve to be painted?
It was unloved as a child.
Was unloved when you were painting it. That's faux shizzle.
I was in the process of painting it, and I got pulled off the other thing. Sorry.
You didn't do your first coat with it on the chin. The white got the
I
chin.
had no excuses.
Yeah, I want
Here's
these.
the deal.
Everything dries darker. So I want these to actually, these are going to fade, they'll tone down a bit. I'm going to punch them up way more than this. This is not even as bright green as they're going to be when I'm done with them. I've got a real nice yellow green that I use. Because, they're going to be in dim light, so you want them to still stand out. I don't want to make stuff that just turns to mud in low lights. I think a lot of things are painted for a showroom floor or to look good to the lights of the shop. Where you make your shop brightly lit, you have to punch up that color so that a character can still be larger than life in the show environment.
Alright. Then I know something I want in the future in my shop.
What's that?
A dark room.
Just squint. Well, look at this, Rob. Squint your eyes. See how it goes brown?
It's okay. It's still really bright green to me. And that's good. That's what you're going for.
It won't be.
Swing at it doesn't change.
It does. It makes it dimmer. You gotta look through your lashes. The ability to look at something and see it in different lights and see it differently, I call that paper doll thinking. And because it's like a paper doll where the paper doll is the same, but you put different things in front of it. And that is what allows you to make this home decisions.
It's like the green crypt.
Yeah.
When we did it, I was like, oh my god, this is so green. And now I've seen it almost every color in the rainbow.
It's brighter than this.
It is.
Yeah. And those will actually look brighter on camera than they do in person.
Hello, Alan from Brazil. Wonderful work perfect masks. I'm a big fan of your work.
Thank you. Hey, Ezekiel.
Hey, you Lassiter.
Jean Napolitano? Napolitano. To the them. There you go.
Napolitano.
All right, so I just put, that's drying, it's not dry. Put a little bit of the light yellow down. In case you guys want to see my palette. This is like a real yellow green, it's very bright.
Hello from Irving, Texas, says at ADX Brad.
Hello, Adixbrin.
Ice Pick. First time actually watching live. Well, hello there. Ice
Hooray!
Like the teeth, says Gary Highway.
Oh, the teeth are actually pumpkin teeth, which are a product which you can buy from Etsy, and they're meant to go in jack-o'-lanterns. They're meant to go in jack-o'-lanterns, but I use them in sculpture and masks all the time. Just like that's one tooth right there. Just stabs into your sculpture. And you can mold them right in, and they pull right up.
We're also eating Tim Tams.
We are. I have pulled out a thing of Tim Tams for this evening.
Tim Tams.
I'm not going to make the viewer work hard to know what this is. I'm not going to confuse them with a ton of colors. I want almost monochromatic where it's varying shades of green coming from a darker green up to this much lighter green. This lighter yellow green. When I'm dry brushing, I always want to go across my detail, not with my detail. That way I leave the dark down there in the bottoms. Okay, and this guy's going to be ready for airbrush shortly.
You gave a very strange piece of advice.
I did?
Yes.
When was that?
On the internet, you said have a smoker in your booth
Yeah.
so they can go out with the other smokers and then bring them back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what are you gonna do now? I didn't
I'll
know
just,
that.
I'll just rely on. You didn't know you were my token?
I didn't know that. I didn't know it was your token smoker.
You're still. You'll probably still serve that function.
I will.
Yeah. Because you'll probably go out and hang out underneath the carport of the hotel where they all hang out and talk to them.
I probably will.
Yeah, I know. It's not weird advice. That's solid business advice, man.
I just had never thought about that being something positive. Yes, thank you, Ezekiel. Yeah.
What did Ezekiel say?
You know some Tim Tams for me at Trinidad.
Okay. Wunderbar.
You're officially Mr. Halloween.
What did I use for the strap? This is Velcro. It's just a 2-inch wide Velcro. Works great.
I'm sure he's got a tutorial video on how to strap his mask.
I do. Strapping a latex mask. Just put it in my YouTube channel. You'll find it. Rob's about to do some right now.
I am?
Yeah. Khajiit
Khajiit.
has wares for you.
Yes, letters for
And
me.
he's wondering where his strap is.
I'll strap him.
That's the wares he has. He's like, where's my strap, yo?
I'll strap him up. No problem. Like Wisconsin. Hey. Look at me thinking ahead.
Wisconsin is a problem.
All these straps.
Right now, Wisconsin is cold.
In advance.
Feel sorry for all my buddies up there who are chilling, literally.
Chilly. You seen the videos of the people who are. Oh man.
Finish a sentence, Rob. Help me out, brother.
Well, I'm trying to. I don't know. Okay, so there's these people. There's a public service announcement. Do not pass gas in under -30 below because the moisture in it freezes and creates a circle on your pants.
Rob,
I tried to stop. And tell me
You-
to keep
you you go to different parts of the internet than me.
going. It was
I go to
all-
like good parts of the
It was
internet.
all over Facebook, man.
I don't see any unless someone tags me in it on Facebook. I don't see it.
And count yourself lucky.
I do. I get a lot of crap done throughout the day.
I mean, if you want, I can start tagging you in things.
No, don't do that. That's how you get unfriended.
I I did tag you in one thing today because I thought it was just amazing.
It was a brisket, right?
A chicken fried brisket.
Okay.
God,
You probably now have Ezekiel's interest.
I know that my cholesterol went up just looking at it.
I tagged my wife in a barbecue burnt ends Bloody Mary
Mmm. Now you have my attention.
from Lockhart Smokehouse, right around the corner from us at work.
Yeah, but we can't have those at lunch.
No, you can't.
Make the splitting ready to go. I'm gonna drink it on my way.
Okay, so those girls, I guess, those girls are based out. Do I have anything else that needs to be green, Rob?
Yes. While you're there.
While I have green going. Now this is too bright to start with. I gotta start with a darker green.
Thankfully, you know how to do that.
Just start with a darker green?
To darken it. To darken the green that you have.
Yes.
Turns out.
Let's go with a nice mixed darker green right here. And now this color, I don't need it, it's dead to me. Flip it over so I can clean my brush off at the back of this plate. You were a little overzealous on your white in some spots.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, make sure you're leaving the depths dark. If it's the bottom of a wrinkle, it should still be black.
Yes, sir.
I don't want any of that white to show. The white is just an undercolor to make the next color pop. Paint them black first, then we paint them with just a white underbrush to make any color we put on top of there a little bit brighter. So I have to change my direction because the wrinkles change. I'm having to go a little heavier with this than normal to go over the white. Because you don't want white. White is just going to gray you out. And don't get the idea that Rob doesn't know how to paint. He does. And he paints okay. His paint jobs are just not for low light. He doesn't paint the Allen Hops way.
No, I did not.
So,
I'm trying to get there.
so he gets yelled at. And the Allen Hops way isn't necessarily better, but it's a paint style that I've developed because all I do is for haunted houses. And I'm going to put on a dark green, and you'll see me slowly bring this dark green up in brightness as I do layers.
Oh, my head. All right. That's that.
Remember how to do those?
Yes.
Grab my plaster head so you get your sizes right.
All right.
And this won't be green, but I'm going to paint it green right now. Because green is going to be the underpainting for the red mauve that it's going to be later.
Chicken fried steak, Love and War, good movies. Good memories.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, Love and War is pretty good. They're right across from Dark Hour, our haunted house.
Oh, Maker Mark's mama saw the video too that I told you about. Tell me a horrible place to leave.
Well, you do. You didn't deny it.
Did I go to a horrible place on the internet?
Yeah.
Well, I am on Reddit. I see a lot of weird stuff on Reddit.
Okay.
I do not go to 4chan.
Fondayen. The Demi Morgan FR. Thanks for sharing. Meets Little Shop of Horrors. That's our plant creature mask, actually. Rob has a finished one that he can walk over to the camera. Hello, Jimmy Woods. Hello, Warmonger. Maker's Mark Mama may drink on occasion. I think that's possible based upon her YouTube username.
And you can see
Okay.
those are very popular masks of ours.
So these guys,
People like them.
move, mask, get out the way.
So come here. Show me how we do that trick. Alright. Alan's singing The Cure. Something's going wrong.
Chicka chow chow chow. All right.
I'm doing the Moulin Rouge.
Rob, while you're doing that, you're strapping a mask. I'm going to point the camera at you.
I'm doing difficult strapping now.
Wouldn't say it's difficult.
It's definitely takes more finesse.
Remember, that's elastic, not Velcro.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
I'm aware. Khajiit has letters. Let's stretch it. Well, floppers. All right. Here's one. And so what this is going to do is be this part. Fun part. But things I need to do. Let's put it in there. I need more staples. So what we use for strapping masks is we use industrial staples. These big jobs right here. I think they go in an electric stapler. Is that what these do?
They go in a carton stapler. An industrial carton stapler, which you can get from Uline.
They're awesome, by the way. We love them. Oh. That's right.
Why did you decide to use this little guy?
Huh?
Why did you decide to use that little guy?
Because they were, I just did.
Okay.
At the time, we were full up, remember?
No.
We had like bajillions. Bajillions and bajillions. Bajillions.
Be right back. Then I'm going to airbrush the leprechaun.
Yay. Alright. So I'm using a soldering iron to poke holes through the latex. Be careful not to burn yourself, which oddly enough happens more than I'd like to admit. That's how you lose feeling in your hands, ladies and gentlemen. So that one's done. So now, so can. Keep doing that. There. So this is a fancy tool that we use here in the shop. It is exactly of the staples. So we use it to create guide marks for the soldering iron. That way, you know where to burn it. Okay. Do that way. Okay. Let's try it this way. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Huh. That might explain something. It might make a difference. We shall see. One and two. And three. Of course. And that didn't work. Nice. Because you can. There we go. One down. Need more to go. Let's see if we got any comments. Horror Beauty FX, we are painting and masking, making some masks. Have you ever used Chicago screws for straps? I've seen that done, but mostly we use Chicago screws for leather work. That's most of what I've seen it for. I don't see why they wouldn't work for straps. When you're doing like 3-ring straps or things of that nature, it might make sense to do that, but for what we're doing, for our purposes, this works just fine. So now, this work. Don't burn me. Not much better. Jeez, much better. Beautiful. So now, we do this, this, this. And now, we stop this here. And we have the first strap going. So we've also, Horror Beauty, we've also got a head mold being is currently curing. We've got a couple of masks over there dwelling. Alan's painting masks at the moment. We've already had a delightful dinner. It's very nice. Oh. Let's see how this goes. Oh, beard. Okay. That's not too bad. Chin strap. Oh, delightful mustache. Here, let's get that out. Nice. Wow, I have an idea. See? And he's got it set up so it cups. This one will go about here. Then I'll put another one here to go back around here. And then when I put on the full mask, I'll give you an idea of what the whole thing looks like while we're at this moment in time.
Oh, what are you doing, Rob?
Chilling.
Being a kitty?
Yeah.
So when hair goes on that should be good.
Because Utah's layers.
Phil, how's it going, buddy? Hear anything from Greg Crease? I haven't heard anything from Greg in a while. I might have to check on him because I have not heard from him in a while. I used to see him when I did Honker's workshops, but not for a bit. Here's our sheets, Rob, of what we're doing. Hello, Horror Beauty Effects.
Are these the ones that were on the fridge?
Yes, I took them so that I can condense them into a build list.
Oh, nice. I would like that. That way we can mark through what we're done with.
Yeah, those are okay, but they're not build lists.
They're not build lists. Ooh, I got a lot of gloves to make.
Hello, Keith.
Had to make a run for the border.
Taco Bell. You know, if Taco Bell were smart right now, they would make like some kind of a new burrito or something and call it the Wall. You know, that's timely. It makes sense for them.
I have a new theory about Trump.
What's your new theory about Trump? Hold on. Is this ugly and political? Because we're on Facebook Live right now.
It's not that ugly. It's more of a maybe. I don't know. I think he's trying to destroy the government from within.
Well, okay. And you think that's on purpose?
I do actually.
You think it's manipulated? He did say drain the swamp. He didn't
did.
say how.
He didn't say how. And I think he got in there and he saw, oh, I can't do it this way. We'll do it my way.
Yeah, I'll just wreck everything. The scorched earth theory of government.
Well, I don't know. You have some pretty interesting theories. You did almost sway me there for a minute.
I have theories.
You have theories? Hi, Linda. Love the Beastman shirt.
Oh, thank you. It says beast mode. Beastman's my favorite because he's like a werewolf. I'm gonna go twist that TV a little
He's
bit.
more like a Rookaroo.
He's a hairy biped, so he's like a werewolf. Lots of people are lobing things tonight. They're not loving things, they're lobing.
It's the cold.
Have I been on for 45 minutes? I don't think I've been on for that long.
No, I've been on for 45 minutes.
Yeah, I've been
You've been
running
running
around.
around.
I've been getting stuff done.
Yeah, you're
That's
good.
how it goes. You're my distraction. Look over here while Ellen gets crept up.
Does not fit, you must have quit. Actually gonna make a He-Man movie this year? What?
I heard that they're going to make a He-Man movie. When I saw the concept drawing for Teela's power suit, I was a little bit worried.
I don't know anything about this.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I will find it before the night's over.
Concept drawings. They're interesting.
I was hoping I'd see Tila's power suit.
You will. It's like a power loader from Aliens,
Really?
but it's one that Teela wears. Just like in the cartoon.
Just like the cartoon.
Or the toy series. And trust me, they did everything they could to make money with that toy series. Except give Teela a power suit. Okay, so let's see what colors of pinatas we have. We have copper down here. I don't want that. Havana brown, one of my favorites.
I don't want to feel good. I want to feel evil.
You know what? And I will actually use Havana brown on the this guy, Leprechaun. do a little bit of shotting. So now is the time when I say, I don't get upset with people who post links to things that they're passionate about on my YouTube. Like, if Horror Beauty has a business where she sells things, she could certainly post what she sells in my YouTube comments while I'm live, so people could look at that and ask questions maybe. If Keith makes and sells things, keep it haunted house related, then he could post something. Every now and then Scott comes on, Scott Coachy, and he should post a link to his book and all his stuff that he does. Maybe Mike's Haunted Woodworks would have a link that they would want to post of something that they do and they're passionate about. I don't mind that. Some people get uppity and upset and weird. That's not me.
Just don't cuss and post it.
If you want to pimp something, go right ahead.
Just keep it family friendly.
If you are making the whole comment section an infomercial, well, you just have to act like someone in an infomercial, or I'll be upset.
See that game today?
I did.
Somebody says infomercial, you gotta pick your.
Just do whatever you're doing horribly. You have to screw it up. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, I let myself into a ring today. Not really, figuratively. Water's good.
I don't want to go too crazy with this Havana Brown because this is a leprechaun, so you have to believe that he is of Irish stock, and they're a touch on the pale side, so I don't want to brown him up by any means, but I want to add a little bit of depth in there.
Poor Beauty FX said it was negative 23 a couple minutes ago.
Oh, where is it negative 23? Where you is, sister?
I'll wear your shirts, Ezekiel.
If you want me to wear your shirt, all you have to do is send me a shirt, guys. That's all you have to do. I'm a 2X. I'm pushing 3X right now, but I'll be back to 2X shortly. Hey, at least I know. At least I understand.
You brought a lot of food to work today, too.
I did.
So
I'm on a mission.
Get this out of my house.
I no longer want to be fatty McFat pants. I don't want to be like.
I don't think I'm allowed to say the word fat anymore.
Why would you not be allowed to say the word fat, Rob?
After my incident yesterday, I don't think I should.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you should not say the word fat when you're speaking to your SO. Unless you're talking about yourself, then it's probably okay.
Or look at that fat baby. Or look at that fat puppy.
Yeah.
That's perfectly acceptable.
You probably shouldn't tell them, hey, you look fat, or anything like that.
Did you make my butt look fat? No, it's the fat butt that makes your butt look fat.
Those pants are just doing what they're supposed to do. Don't blame the pants.
There's a reason Alan and I do not write Hallmark cards. God, our Hallmark cards would be awful.
I just redded up his gums a little bit. I'm going to pop those teeth and paint them again, but I want the gums to be red. Still a little bit brown in my red. I'm okay with that. That doesn't hurt me. A little bit of veinage on there to pick up some of that skin tone. The veins I did in red to keep him pink, keep him alive. He's not undead. He's very much alive. You wanna use red on flesh tone to make it look alive. That way there's blood under the skin. That's what that mist does for you. Gonna grab a brush and brush out my teeth. I'm going to brush my teeth. I'm going to brush. Okay. So now I'm doing Saturday, Rob. I'm gonna finish shooting my mask making DVD.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
I'm gonna pay my taxes.
Well, that won't be as fun.
No. But it's gotta happen. Maybe I made enough last year to actually have to pay taxes.
You're
That'll be interesting.
what's the date where all the 1099s have to be turned in to employees?
Not sure, but I went online and downloaded my W-2.
Gotcha. Ding!
I thought was
Happy
awesome.
smile.
Do you ever make silicone masks for haunts?
Absolutely. Yeah, I do.
Balmy -4 in my part of Illinois.
But honestly, Immortal does a really good job. So you don't always, Immortal makes really good silicone masks.
I own an Immortal mask. You own an Immortal mask.
Sure.
I love my Immortal. I'll never get to wear it.
How much about to go April? You own an Immortal mask. You own an Immortal mask. Everybody, look under your seat. You've got an Immortal mask.
Yeah, that would be expensive. You should totally be the Oprah Winfrey of haunting. Isn't there like inside the haunt studio or something like that? There's all kinds of stuff.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think you're having the rest of the conversation in your head and only some words are coming out.
I said inside the haunt studio.
What about it?
That's not. There's all kinds of shows.
Yes?
I don't know any of them. I'm sorry.
But what are you talking about? All kinds of shows that what?
That are like talk shows for haunters.
Are there?
Yeah, isn't there?
I don't think so. I don't feel like there's all kinds of shows that are talk shows for
Maybe it's
haunters.
all that time I hung out with Edwards. He just ended up finding all of them.
He is a talk show for haunters.
Oh
We
man!
were both in the same town last weekend, and I never got to see him.
You never saw him?
Never saw him once. I didn't see anybody.
Well, no, you were like a wham bam, thank you man kind of tour out there.
I was working.
Yeah. You didn't bring me any magazines.
I got some over at the house. Some catalogs.
I really like the fold outs from Trick or Treat Studios.
I've got straight.
Thank
Yellow.
you, Third Degree of Terror.
That's Warren Maxwell.
You have the Pest Mask. Horror Beauty FX. Pest Mask Horror Beauty?
From Immortal.
Oh, that one. Okay.
We were talking about Immortal Masks.
We were. That's great. Immortal's just fantastic. CFX does good work too. There's a lot of independent silicone mask makers. I'm a really big fan of Sogoth Studios out of Washington State. They're pretty good.
Sogoth?
Sogoth, yeah. After Cthulhu.
Oh, like Shaggoth?
Yeah, I probably said it wrong. Shaggoth.
Is there an H in it?
Yes.
Oh yeah, Shaggoth.
Shaggoth Studios. My Dias de la Muerta mask is from them. My silicone face mask.
See, this is a yellow hit. And that yellow is just popping that green. And I'm only hitting the highest. I'm not even running over everything. Just hitting the highest things with this. That's ugly. how you pinch that ear with the staple. So be careful of that. I'm gonna have to fix it now. That might change the paint, but I just noticed it. Better. Careful, watch what you're doing. Just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We go through the motions, so we do something so much. Just gotta take a look at it and make sure it's not. This one was cleaner, less crumpled.
Yeah. I'm sorry about
Okay.
that. I was just looking at it.
I'm just making notes so it pops into your brain again.
Yep. I got you. 9 o'clock, that'll be done. Draining anyway. I love mustard bottle for paint. Nice.
Yes, I get those. You can get them. I ordered some from Amazon. The last place I ordered them.
Thanks, Screamer-Rama. Fantastic. I don't hear that enough today.
What's that?
Damn it, Rob.
I'm gonna get a tattoo so I can say, "Damn it, Rob!" Just make him read it.
You can square both. I get that yelled at me here and at the other job.
What I like about you, Rob.
What, I can take a beating?
No, that you can hear that from multiple fronts and still think it's us. It's great.
I just know you'll have this.
Man, everybody I meet is a jerk. That's terrible. Wonder why. They're just jerks for no reason.
There's no reason.
As I hear crashing sounds from the other room. That shelf that's right there,
Yeah.
take everything off of that shelf and bring that empty shelf into here.
Okay.
Please.
Yes, sir.
And even this calms down. It looks like it's going on like super bright. If you look at these two, this one I already did, and it has calmed down from this one. So. What flavor of prosthetics do you feel holds up better during a night of haunting? Silicone or gelatin? Oh, boy. Silicone is going to hold up better, but they're heavy. So you have to be careful what you do with them. Gelatin holds up okay unless you're somewhere where it's too hot. Your gelatin can melt. So you have to be careful of your gelatin mix in order to make sure that you get longevity out of it. A lot of, like sorbitol, I don't like sorbitol because that is one of the things in your gelatin prosthetic mix that makes it break down. I have subbed out, and I'm not recommending that anyone do this. I have subbed out in my gelatin Clear Elmer's glue instead of sorbitol. No sorbitol at all. I use Clear Elmer's glue, and that actually holds up really well. Like if I want to make prop ears or something, I'm not saying do it for a prosthetic because that is not FDA approved to go against someone's skin. It's non-toxic. That doesn't mean it's skin safe. So I'm not saying to use it for prosthetics. I'm just saying it does make the gelatin hold up really well, and it makes it a lot more hardy. The pieces that I've mixed Clear Elmer's glue in, and I actually have a gelatin prosthetics kind of class out there online, but it's not on my channel. It is on the channel of my friend Steve, and his channel is called Yard Haunter Steve. And search for Alan Hops Gelatin, and you'll see some of my thoughts and ideas on such things. All right, so that's looking nice and plant green. Yeah, we use foam latex at our haunt because they're cheap to produce. We can get consistent results with them. I like foam latex. That's probably not a surprise to anybody, as that's kind of a standard, an old standby. Grabbing another color. While I'm here, I'm going to hit the inside of this mouth for the first time with a nice mauve color.
Red one in the corner.
What's that?
What mask is the red one in the right corner? One of those?
This one.
Ah.
These are our. Let's see. That is our Asian demon mask in a stage of paint. That is a Rob mask, not an Alan mask, and Rob is working on Alan stuff right now, so
I am.
he'll get to it eventually.
Little shop of horrors. Thank you. Silicone hold better but both work.
Silicone's just heavy, and the adhesive that you need to hold silicone on is very expensive. So that's why I use cheap old Pros-Aid to hold on foam latex. But of the two, which one holds up better, gelatin or silicone? It's silicone. Those pieces can be around for a good while. Right now I'm getting in here and I'm painting all of this inner mouth pink. It's a mauve color. I want these eye holes in here to be disguised, so I'm not treating them any different than I am the rest of the mask. Even have some mock eye holes, or a mock eye hole right here in the middle. And I'm doing some stabby to get around these teeth. I don't care that the teeth are getting painted pink. That's fine. That's great. It's going to help me down the road. I don't have another one of these to do. Way though, I'm going to use the same mauve color with the small brush I painted teeth with. I'm going to clean it off pretty well on my pant leg. Pull down one of these witches. I'm going to go in and paint her gums. Again, I don't care if I get it on the teeth. What I don't want to do is get it, I would like to leave a little bit of black between the gums and the tooth, if that's possible.
It could go as an Aztec look.
What's that?
The Asian demons.
Yeah.
They go a lot of different
Change the
directions.
headdress, absolutely.
They go a lot of different directions. That's one of the things that I think I like about Alan's sculpting. You can take one mask and it can be 20 different things.
You can do that with almost anybody's mask, but they normally don't.
Yeah.
And I think that's that paper doll thinking, where you can change the look of it.
That's probably one of the... If there's something you can learn from Alan Hobbs, it's his paper doll thinking will help. He just forces you to look at the world in a different way. Done.
Okay. I was painting a mask right here, now it's gone. It's over there. I got them both put up there. And I let the pink on the teeth settle a little bit on that witch. I will airbrush both of them with some shading here and I have red in my airbrush right now, and I haven't done anything to the face of these guys in a while, so I will go ahead and airbrush bags under their eyes.
So
with this red.
basically, I'm making it way too complicated when I.
This is Pinata inks that I'm using. They're alcohol-based inks. Using alcohol-based inks on top of the water-based latex mask paint that I use.
My favorite of those Pinata inks has got to be the orange. That orange is so beautiful.
Now I'm getting to that gray color that I want, which is a much darker color. Okay.
I'll pull peel and paint those someday.
I'm not laying this on thick. I'm just hitting some lines to separate the mask. I want to break this mask into chunks so it's easy to read. Shading a mask is like cutting up your food. I'm putting it into bite-sized chunks. That's all that I'm doing. I'm leaving this nice, strong cheek, but I'm going around the eye. I want that darker. And what I'm doing here, I'm not so much shading this as I'm not touching this. I want this to pop. If you go a little heavy, take it off. Use your finger. No one's outside the third grade door saying, hey, after this, no more finger painting. I'm painting in a little bit of anatomy that I know should be there. There we go. Now this one is a little dark shading, and I think that's cleaner. Whereas this one, I had more brown in the airbrush, and it's muddier. They're both fine. It's a little muddier. I like crisp. I want a crisp paint job on what I'm working on. I'm going to use this gray color that I've got to actually darken this a little more. I'm using the shading to break this into bite-sized chunks. The darker I make the inner ear, the bigger this ear gets. So I'm popping out the edge of the ear. Better, still a little muddy, but it's better. But it's passable. You're right, Rob. I do need to paint their teeth. Good call.
I have my moments. Didn't you get a brush for that? I'll tell you what, this brush was fantastic for the cats. Just nice broad.
On teeth?
Yeah.
Oh. I would have gone a little smaller, but that's cool. That works. If that works for you, great. Can you catch me up on comments, my friend?
Basically, Ice Pick and Word Beauty are bouncing back and forth talking about build-ups. Ice Pick said they've served them fairly well. They can be time-consuming, can be hard to get a convincing wound in the amount of time given per actor. I would rather spend the time to sculpt a dozen or so different things, make some molds, and just mass-produce each one so the detail work is done already. That's kind of what we do. We use silicone for our wounds and stuff at Dark Hour for the most part.
Prosthetics.
Silicone prosthetics. And we just crank them out like enough for each actor per show. and we have them set aside so when the actors come into makeup, we can just apply and go.
Our wounds we do with silicone encapsulated with Baldies. That's how our wounds are done. And our like big face prosthetics, those are foam latex.
Now, Horror Beauty says, at Ice Pick, I made pre-made build-ups and blend them so there's not as much time, mold is quicker, do it for Zombie Run each year, mold them, paint them, and then when I get to actor, just apply and blend. See, we do the airbrush after we apply. We paint them after they're applied, but I like your method too. I see the value in it. I'm still learning airbrush, to be honest. So much to learn in this industry. So much to learn. Are we locked? We're moving, right?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Just need a second round of white once this dries up.
Do you want me to start loading things on this car? Or you just want me to bring it in here for fun?
No, so what I need you to do is I need you to look at this guy.
You tell you to turn on it?
No. Take this top one off,
Uh-huh.
take this one off, and lower this one about 3 rings.
I don't need to take them off. Keep that going. You just bang it up and lower it. I want them gone.
I want these gone. You'll put a new one back on top.
Okay, I got you.
We're going to turn this into our tooth and glove display.
Gotcha.
So once this is set, we're going to take a piece of plywood and attach it to the back of this.
Okay.
So this will be like a nice open box. Yeah, we are prepping for Trans World. So that's what Rob is doing a shelf. Let's see now here. Rob reminds me of the Family Guy episode when Stewie makes a clone of himself.
What?
I don't know why, but there you go. When I get to an actor, just apply blend. There you go.
Makes no sense.
All right, so these guys are. I'm waiting. They're waiting.
Oh, funny thing, I asked Alexa to play this band. Man.
Okay.
I told her to play Man. She goes, playing the man, Johnny Cash. I was okay with that.
Yeah, that'll work.
That'll work.
I'm not upset with you.
I'm okay with that.
I'm going to liven up this swamp witch a little bit by putting a little bit of this mauve color under the eyes. I could do it with an airbrush. I just want to do it with this. If I don't have to put latex mask paint in my airbrush, I don't. I'd much rather use inks in the airbrush. There we go. Hello, Line Cook Thor.
The line cook's joined us. Let's not put the rusted piece of POS back in there.
Okay. Now, I don't know that your quality would be better with Gel 10 Ice Pick. Most places in October, your Gel 10 is going to take about the same time, maybe a little bit faster to cure than just latex will dry. One product that I love is Zombie Skin, which is a whipped latex. Look up Zombie Skin latex, I guess. And it's really good for building up quick wounds. It's whipped. It's thicker. It's thick latex, but it's not as wet. It doesn't make any sense, but I know what I meant. The Gel 10 silicone, it could up the quality if you bother when you mix it, put in flocking, and that gives you that varying skin tone as you apply it. But I find that it's harder for fake blood to stick to it because it's silicone, so then your blood beads up. And if your blood beads up, it doesn't look as natural. So I don't know that it's any better quality-wise. Let's watch Rob work on a shelf. What you working on? I'm sorry. Apparently it's a rough night. Yes, they take the fake blood because you're encapsulating it with Super Boldies, which is actually a spray cap plastic. And that also makes the molding process easier. It also makes applying them easier because the Boldies will melt down. I think it's with 99% alcohol. It just melts down into the skin, so your edges are really great. Fast. You can have good edges fast. Dry up, you buggers. Dry up, you buggers, yo-ho. They're probably dry enough for me to do one more layer of white on the teeth. And a lot of people don't like white teeth. First of all, this is not super pure bright white. This is actually an off-white. It's closer to an eggshell. That's what I paint my teeth to most of the time because I want these guys to back into darkness, and as they back into darkness, the last thing you see is their teeth. Because, you know, it's a monster, and that's something that you should think about. And in dim lighting, if these teeth pop, meaning, you know, they show up in dim light, what you want?
You only wanted one more shelf, because we're going to put the wood behind it.
Very top, yes.
Gotcha.
Do make sure that that bottom shelf is even, that middle shelf.
It is. I believe it is. I believe it
You
should.
do have a level right behind you, just so you know.
Well, I put them all on the same one. Right. For your edification. Couldn't be more level if I tried.
Perfect. And you did try. I hope.
Well,
You gave it your all, Rob.
I had faith that I was lining it up.
Boom, shalakalaka. Oh, I want those teeth to pop. I want them to be white.
See, I'm surprised they've never gone with yellow, like crazy bright yellow.
Then they look a little cartoony.
Oh.
White teeth are good. I like me some white teeth.
Well, we've already established I have a very cartoony aesthetic.
You do.
I do, actually. Jeez. Well, I never look like Stewie's clone.
Yeah, he never really explained why he reminded him of Stewie's clone.
No, he did not.
And maybe that's for the best. Maybe he pulled a Rob and said I shouldn't talk about that anymore.
There's some who say I've not chosen to do that often.
Many.
Many.
See, they're separate teeth. I don't want that white to go in between them and be one. I don't want it like one chunky tooth. It's two. Okay. Yes, Pros-Aid. You can use Pros-Aid to glue those prosthetics down. Hello, Keith. Did you go back to Taco Bell? Did they mess up your order? Yeah, Super Baldies is what we use, 99% alcohol. And Line Cook Thor, I happen to like those shelves. They're a good, clean look. There's some things that I don't like about them. Like little things will fall through the wires. I don't sell a lot of little things, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay.
They're light, they roll, they go on the trailer.
Yes.
They're modifiable.
Okay. Now, Rob, will you entertain these people on camera for a moment?
Yeah.
We'll look for something here.
Hello, people. How are you today? Nope, I had to get it right. Job, pick up a girlfriend. So yeah, we got those. We're able to. We have it measured down to the right space in the trailer, and we're able to fit those loaded with all the goods from World or MHC or any of the other conventions that we go and work at, and we just load them up. The other thing that we do before we put them in the trailer is we shrink wrap them. We shrink wrap the whole thing, and that makes life very, very easy. It keeps things from knocking around. Man, y'all just having a great conversation without us. They are good, but a pain in the butt to put. I agree with you, Line Cook. I just ended up modifying them. Now, once you get everything set down on their plastic rings or whatever they are, they stay. They don't move around. They are sturdy. I mean, I wouldn't sit or sleep on one, but yes, we are. Keith is. Are you asking about Kirkaball? I assume that she is. She's Alan Hopps's bottom shelf specialist. But yeah, I'm pretty sure as far as we have plans at this moment, Laura will be there with us at Transworld. She runs the booth usually. They are level. Screamorama. Thank you for saying damn it, Rob. They can hold hundreds of pounds. I was asked if Laura's going to be at Transworld.
She will indeed.
She will indeed. She's his
She's
bottom.
my booth manager.
I will be there, but you won't be able to recognize me because I will be incognito.
He won't talk to you either because Rob doesn't break character.
Except for Tim Tams.
He may break character for Tim Tams.
Did you hear that? He said I can break character for Tim
I
Tams.
said you may,
Oh, I may.
meaning you might, not you may. You are allowed to.
Got it to -3 now and it's snowing again, man. I tell you what, the thing about Texas is it ices here. And if it ices, it shuts down all of DFW. Just shuts it down. Like, nobody can drive on ice. It's ridiculous. I can. My concern is all the other people driving. They are terrifying. I mean, there's this highway that I have to drive down every day called 635, and let me tell you what, I see at least 3 to 4 wrecks a day just driving down that highway. It's crazy. I don't know if y'all got anything like that where y'all are at. Man, it's bad. Months at a time. Well, this is Texas. Y'all get cold, y'all get snow, y'all get ice. We get 40 days, 100 plus degree temperature on a regular basis. It's a toss-up. I don't know. Michigan has been down for about a week. Yeah, I'm worried about that because MHC's in Chicago this year, and I'm like, oh my god, I hope it's not like frozen when we go. I've been watching that very closely, actually.
What are you watching closely?
Chicago weather, because they've been really getting the brunt of it. I'm like hoping that for MHC it'll be thawed out. I'm very excited. I've never been to Chicago.
Rob, MHC is in June. You think they're going to be at -20 in June?
I hope not. Thank you, Linda. Until you start talking, I knew it was you, immediately you last year. All right,
Okay.
there's a guy.
No, it has to happen now, Rob. He needs red facial hair. Do we have red hair for the leprechaun?
I'll see what we got. What am I walking the back? So much hair. What kind of red? Oh,
That.
we got red.
Yep.
And it's curly. Short and curlies.
Rob,
What?
let's talk about our appropriateness.
What?
Maybe you should not talk about short and curlies while we're YouTube live.
It's just hair. You're the one making it worse than it was. There you go. Do you want any more?
You're doing it.
Oh, I'm doing it.
I'm painting these teeth.
Oh, okay.
I said my video was about mask painting.
Oh, okay.
Your video is about apparently a lot of stuff.
I'm all over the place. Let me get set up.
Transworld used to be in Chicago every year.
Oh, it did?
Yes.
Okay.
Up until like 03, I think.
That's true. We don't slide off the road in 100-degree heat. Instead, we die in the cars.
Yeah. And God forbid you leave an animal in your car. They're going to break the hell out of your window.
Oh, yeah, they will.
Even if the AC on, it's on, the car is running and whatnot.
Yes, they will. No doubt. Let me get.
But kids, leave your kids. That's fine.
We all know Alan hates children.
I don't hate children. I just don't like them. It's very different. I have no unnatural hate for them.
No, they're fine when they're not yours.
And none of them are mine.
Yeah. You'll never know the joy of being Santa Claus.
Sure I can. Just for someone else. I can get, as Santa Claus, I can get kids noisy toys with batteries.
Oh, right? You're that kind of guy, huh?
Heck yeah.
Ah,
Here, enjoy your drum set from Uncle Alan. Ha-ha!
you're never allowed to meet my kids.
I've met your kids. I'm just always in costume when I do. If I recall, your kids have met Carl, and they've met me as Krampus.
What? They've met Carl?
Yeah.
What the hell was that?
Don't remember. I thought they did.
No, I don't think I would let Carl near my children. I may be wildly inappropriate. My children are not.
You know what? That reminds me. I actually have to make some phone calls tomorrow and start selling Carl's Playhouse.
You do. I thought, didn't one guy offer you like Carl's Playhouse sight unseen?
That was a while ago. I haven't called them back.
Well, maybe you should. Because he did. He offered to buy it, like just right out the gate.
We haven't taken it down yet. We're not even done with it. Now we're done with it. We're taking it down. It has a lot of fun and interesting things.
Has AD contacted you about it?
Has who?
AD?
Oh, no. Not yet.
No, I'm surprised. I figured he'd be one of the first ones. Guess he'll learn. Alright, what do we have serving the least? Loudest toys with all blinking lights. Finger paints and dart guns. Nice. How about lawn darts?
Man, blowguns. When I was a kid, blowguns were the best. I could do some damage with a blowgun. Like, I fought like ninja blowguns, like I could pop car tires and stuff. You can barely break the skin with a blowgun, unless you use like the needles.
Right, Keith? Our toys in the 70s could kill you. I mean, like, our playgrounds were concrete, stainless steel, got to 1,000,000 degrees in the sun.
Would you read me Keith's comment so perhaps I can play along?
Yard darts, our toys in the 70s could kill you or at the very least blind you.
Yes, they could. Yard darts are great.
I had a sit and spin, and I was happy to have it.
Oh, $100.
Cut all that far. Let's take out that off.
So the teeth, I don't want to dry brush. I actually want them to be painted. I want solid color on there. I'm not going to leave striations in the teeth. I want them to be strong. Would you wiggle something over there, Rob?
Yeah. So much fun.
It's real easy to not paint the backs of the teeth, but you got to look at it from multiple angles. It's also, there's so many teeth on this. It's also easy to miss a tooth.
Oh, those, yeah.
Rob will say, I painted this. I'm done with it. How come you didn't paint these teeth?
I didn't,
He'll say, I didn't like those teeth.
I didn't paint those teeth.
They were jerks to me. Forget them. Under house arrest for teeth.
Yes, Keith, I was beaten with a Hot Wheels track.
Oh man, I've been beaten with a Hot Wheels track.
Those are the worst.
Those will flay your legs open. They do it right.
Anybody remember you making those monsters? The Monster Maker is like, it's like an easy bake oven for boys.
Okay, so I almost set my house on fire with the Mad Scientist toy line.
That's what I'm talking about.
Because they had living ice was one of them, and if you got it warm, it would turn into a liquid. And I was like molding stuff with it. Maybe I was 10. So I thought, okay, if I can put it in warm water and it gets softer, if I heat it over the stove, it'll really soften up. It is so flammable. I had like a 4-foot fire off my stove. It was great.
I like how he laughs.
It's a good time.
I almost burned down my mom's house.
I thought I knew how light bulbs worked. Because you could look in them and I knew electricity went into the light bulb and there was a wire in there. And then when electricity went through that wire, so I tried to make a light bulb. And needless to say, I caused all the lights in the house to go out.
It's probably good you don't have kids because, they just do what you would do.
That would be bad.
They would kill you.
They would die.
They would destroy your home. This lovely, lovely home.
We want them to live. Now, what do I have in here? I have this dark gray color. What's this, magenta? Magenta?
It's a really good red, too.
Magenta. I'm going to go with chili pepper.
It's a good, strong red.
Now, I should have done this before I painted the teeth white.
These were horses.
How does that go if wishes were horses? I've never heard that before.
If wishes were horses, beggars would ride.
If wishes were horses, then beggars would ride.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I can get behind that statement.
It's a very old statement. So the benefits of growing up under cops in the 70s, you get all the good colloquialisms. Told you one the other day that you just love.
What was that?
You can't be best, you can at least be on time.
Yeah, can't be the best. Be on time. That's great.
What my grandmother always said. My grandmother also said a lot of other things. I have to pick and choose what she said. Some things aren't suitable for public consumption.
There we go. See, now I've got depth in the mouth. I've got 2 different colors in the mouth. Adding to that, I had to kind of go around the teeth, which was not as fun as you would think.
There's a joke somewhere in that.
No, Rob. No, there isn't.
Oh, man.
I want like a pie chart of how I spend my YouTube live time. And it's going to be like 10% working, 30% looking for that thing I just had in my hand, and a good 30% trying to keep it from being dirty. That's
It's not all my fault.
how it goes.
It's not all.
No, it's worse when everybody is here. Far worse.
Far worse.
So I like this red color. I'm going to pop the gum line of this also.
Do you want to have hair too? Like actual hair?
Yeah, just like you do now.
Okay. That's good as sideburns right
Underneath here, where it doesn't matter, I'm making sure that my line is thin enough and I have control.
Hair.
Once again, I have some depth in the mouth. There's two colors. There's a nice red color and a pink gum color. Maybe their gums are irritated from eating fresh babies or something.
A little pinch of baby between the cheek and the gum is mighty good.
You like how I paint it and hide it from you? I don't mean to do that. I'm sorry. Take your time, Rob.
Yeah, I am.
Take your time.
I was. I needed a good pair.
Do whatever you got to do.
For what I'm doing, I needed a good pair.
All right. So let's back them up. I'm going to grab myself some tape. Come over here to my door of Sharpies. Hashtag Fat Sharpie. And some teeth. Now I know what this shelf is for, and I can get it set up accordingly. Keith, you were not supposed to eat the stuff inside of Stretch Armstrong. Don't eat that. Yeah, it looks like purple jelly, but it's really just sadness.
Wait a minute, how'd you know it looked like purple jelly?
You didn't rip open a Stretch Armstrong?
No, I had the villain, the green guy.
That was the one. He's worth more money.
Is he?
Yeah, way more.
Well, my parents had garage sales a lot in the 80s.
So it's gone.
It's gone.
So I need a 40-inch long by 47-inch wide. Actually, it's 46. 47. 47 by 40.
I still have my G.I. Joes.
Yeah?
Yeah. I wish I still had my He-Man.
Alexa, add 40-inch by 47-inch piece of plywood to my shopping list.
I've added 40-inch by 47-inch piece of plywood to your shopping list.
Thank you. There we go. Now I know which way is which. So the plywood is going to go on the back. I'm going to zip tie that. And you realize this is almost invisible because it's only a couple bars. I'm going to zip tie to the back this piece of plywood. And then I will put hands here to display gloves. and that'll be like more than, just over half of this. The other half I'll have pegboard heat on it.
Some of the hair being placed. It's mostly done at this point. I still need to tease it out, and I'm going to glossify it, but once it's teased, it's going to be all bushy and out to here. You guys see this? There's a stick.
Yeah, come all the way in here with it too.
Oh, you want it all the
I
way
want it
down
all
here?
the way up to there,
Oh,
like we do on the L's.
I was leaving some space out. Okay. We can do that.
And while I go back in the other room, okay, that did pretty awesome. We have our witches painted and ready for the show flow. We have going that high, go two. Do one down here, one up there. This actually, Keith, this is going to be a leprechaun. So that's why he's got that ginger hair and the pale skin. He will be a leprechaun. I have leprechaun hats on the way, so you can get a single leprechaun or you can get leprechaun 6-packs. Because a lot of haunts open up for March.
So we're going to do on a 6-pack.
Yeah, I do them every year.
We already have the elves. We have a 6-pack of elves already made. Now, when I'm doing this, I tend to use popsicle sticks. Silicone gets kind of sticky. So it's good to, it just helps you push it in. You want to have a small seam up the top, a bead, if you will. And then you run that bead, and it connects everything. So,
I'm going to make a Venetian vampire costume for Transworld's costume ball that they have.
I'm stupid excited about this.
And I'm going to do some videos, some YouTube videos on them, on making the costume to kind of promote Transworld's party, I guess. And I have some plans for it, but I also want people to be able to kind of replicate what I do. I have made shillelaghs, but they're so easy to make, you know. Get yourself a good knotty stick, paint it black, and then sand the end. But anyway,
I have a black form shillelagh.
yeah.
Of course I do. There's a martial arts fighting style with it too.
There's
It's very effective.
single stick is a Irish and Scottish stick sword fighting. Anyway, I digress. Venetian vampires. I was gonna just take something that I had and modify it. But if I want people to be able to follow along, you know, and help with their costume, they're not gonna have these pieces laying around. So, I have to make one from scratch.
The only thing I have to do is my mask. I have everything else.
Yeah,
I just have to make the mask.
cool.
My powdered wig came in this weekend.
I need to figure out what design I'm gonna do. And I've actually started a board. I have. I started a Pinterest
Sweet.
for Venetian vampires.
lot of different ways you can do it. I know that you want to avoid the powdered wig route.
I'm definitely not going with a powdered wig. I'm probably going with a crazy tricorn hat.
I see. That's what I figured your next option would be. You can also forego the wig and hat depending on the kind of mask you choose. I don't see you doing the traditional zero one.
For the record, I think I'm Alan Hops on Pinterest. Anyone wants to follow me? Yeah, I'm Alan Hops on Pinterest. I put a lot of things on Pinterest. But like if I'm going to do something new, I'll make a board for it so I can gather all of my ideas and things. So
What do you got on this? Oh yeah. See, I don't see you doing that. I don't see the.
well, I'm definitely going to go on stilts.
You are?
Yeah. So this look won't look good on stilts.
No,
It's a very small head.
I have that mask.
If I were on foot, I might go with that route.
I'm converting that.
But I'm also kind of fat.
He's got a top hat.
No, it's more of a bishop's mitre with a brim.
Oh, okay.
If you look at
I
it,
see.
it's much more of a bishop's mitre. It just has a brim on it, and I like that.
Are you gonna get Shannon to dress with you?
I don't know. We'll see.
You should.
Well, I'd have to make her. We'll see if I want to
That's
make her.
fine.
But it's like these because these are nice and flowy, and I think I want movement built into the costume.
That makes sense. I like that though.
Isn't that sweet?
That's a really nice look.
Yeah, it's what if you guys can't see it, it's like a lion. Come over here.
But those two are obviously representing king and queen.
Boy, you got perfect glare right now.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic. You got it? See it? Yeah, y'all got it.
Yeah, so that's what we're looking at, the guy's side there of that lion mask and that monochromatic
It's a
look.
wacky film.
I thought that this was a great look.
It's very Jareth.
That's a little Jareth. That's just the long white hair.
Oh, that's fun. That's Shakespearean right there.
That is not mine. On my board, I don't have any of that nonsense.
Ha! That's fun. But the great thing about Venetian is you can, as long as you have a certain rococo to what you're doing, you can. Oh wow.
That collar is out frickin' standing. Look at how that collar looks.
That's really nice.
Moving it over for them who. That's sharp. I mean, and I might do that because you could do that collar out of EVA foam
Yeah.
and then just cover it with fabric. All that nice intricate trim, I'm definitely going to do with hot glue from this gun.
That's really nice. I
So,
would like it.
see, he's putting the loops in there with that.
That's fun.
Yeah.
That's modern though. It's from 2016.
Well,
I
yeah.
know. That's fine.
They didn't say any time period. They just said Venetian.
See, I would think that's an opportunity. I'm this ancient vampire. I can go as historical as I want.
Venice is still around.
It's a modern city though.
Yeah.
I know Venice is still around.
So,
For now.
but change this face out to something almost Nosferatu-ish.
Oh,
That would be kind of nice, I
I
think.
like that. See, because the trick to this is all your clothes have to be like, just kicking the door down, just like wow.
Yeah. And since it's going to be a stilt costume,
You're
That's-
going to need that collar.
oh yeah, absolutely. But that shouldn't be a problem.
And we could take the witch fingers and convert them and put like, paste jewelry on them and give you all kinds of like
Oh, yeah.
regality and stuff. It'd be really fun.
I don't like the fur sleeves. I won't do the fur sleeves.
I would also consider having these parts open for heat sinks. Because when you start piling that much stuff on it, even though it's going to look good, you're
Yeah,
also,
I'm going to make it a little flowier.
look at that.
Oh.
That's crazy.
Ah! Anyway. Let me go back to the YouTubes.
You could literally spend hours talking about this.
Spawn has an awesome collar. Yes. You love Orlock? Yes, I also like Count Orlock.
I'd like to see your full werewolf costume.
Yeah, the werewolf costume is one that it's one of my favorites. There we go. Nice.
Why would he press teeth into the end of his
So it looks like he hit someone and knocked his teeth out.
Oh!
Yeah, see?
Okay.
Gotta imagine your possibilities. Okay. Now, let's go over here.
You gotta stay longer.
Sit a little bit. And you didn't really have to do this up here because the hat's gonna sit there. If you're gonna do this, do it down.
I kind of liked how that strong look was. And then you kind of had the other ones. Kind of liked how strong that looked right there. Because it went right into the blue.
Yeah, but he needs more. So you gotta blend it in with their face.
I'm gonna cut that off.
Yeah. Once it's attached, well. Oh, creepy wire mask. LOL. Now you have to dress up. Yes, Ezekiel. Dress up and come to the Venetian ball.
It's gonna be fantastic.
It'll at least be fun.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
The Venetian, this kind of stuff, my aesthetic. It's what I love.
Rob.
It's my aesthetic.
Okay, so I did get painted tonight. Ooh, I'm not done. Hold on, I'm not done.
Oh wait,
That's
there's more.
Bon Jovi. No. Hold on. Once more with feeling. Time to work on the job. You just been down on his luck. It's time.
Let's not start doing Q Lewis yet.
Oh, so tough. We gotta hold on to what we've got. Doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. Got each other, and that's a shot for love. So give it a shot. I'm just running 99% alcohol through my airbrush right now.
He's gotta clean it.
Just isopropyl. Not for anything fun. I guess you could clean your airbrush with Everclear.
I have a scar from Everclear. And a slight mark on my criminal record.
Oh yeah?
I was doing fireballs and burned a trailer to the ground. In high school.
Rob, you're not so much going to have a autobiography as a list of 4 choices.
That's true. It's because when I was younger, I made the decision, I'm going to do things in my life for the experience, not for the money.
Who just said make sure the compressor is on? Who said that? Look at the comments, Rob.
Keith,
What the heck, Keith?
man, he's just been firing on all cylinders today.
Man,
He's been busting my...
the compressor is on. I have tried to paint before with the compressor on.
He has.
It makes it harder. That's like airbrushing on hard mode. Okay, so I have like a dark green in here that I'm going to use to highlight. I'm not going to highlight with it. Are you happy, Rob?
I love this hair. Look at that.
Yeah, it's great.
That's fantastic. Oh, man. Makes me want to do things with this guy in here. Yeah, he needs some love. How much time do I have? I got time. I mean, there's just so much volume there. It's so good.
See, I'm just hitting this darker green in some spots to give some shading. And you won't see most of this because of how much it gets on it in leaves. But this now has some detail, it has some depth that it didn't have before. And we get to do it again. And Rob wants to show you his leprechaun, which is not a euphemism.
I'm very excited about this guy. Look at that.
Yeah, it's a leprechaun.
I love that. I love the hair. He's fun.
Okay, so this old girl, we're gonna green her up.
Nasty Bog Witch is awesome. Looks right out of Troll.
That's what we're going for.
It is. It's loosely what Meg Knucklebones.
Meg Muncklebones was a big inspiration for this. Okay, so I just want to show you guys the difference between one that has been airbrushed with this green and the one that hasn't. Let me pull her down. All the other steps are pretty much the same. See how that green just pops it up a notch? Mom said there'd be days like this, there'd be days like this. My mama said, mama said, mama said. Anytime I'm holding two heads, that pops into my head. Mama said, mama said. Anyway, this one still needs some mean green loving. You want a Meg Mucklebones bodysuit? That officially makes you weird.
I don't remember her bodysuit at all.
She was female,
I knew she was. Oh.
and she was about 300 years old, probably. And that's all I'm going to tell you.
I own that movie. I need to watch it again.
Man, I love that movie. It's one of my favorites.
I thought Willow was your favorite.
Willow is one of my favorites. Princess Bride is my favorite movie. For the record, you were right. I watched Stardust again. Great movie.
Great movie.
Really good. It was very Princess Bride.
Yeah. Love that film. Thank you. That's one of my favorites. Stardust is absolutely one of my favorites.
Okay, so now this one too. This has depth. This is not muddy anymore. This now has bright greens and unbright greens. And when it turns like this, we're uncomfortably close. Like I wouldn't want to be this close to an actual person. This is awkward.
Except your wife.
Except my wife. I do want to be that close to my wife. And I often am that close to my wife.
And she's usually the one saying, get away.
Yeah. She's, what the hell? Carl's not allowed in the house. All right. So,
Right? Beastmaster. Excellent film.
love Beastmaster.
As far as 80s sword and sandal schlock films go, it's top tier.
All right. So, Swamp Witches is painted. They still get hair. I'm not going to hair them tonight. Rob said he really wants to hair them on Tuesday when he's here.
Or I could have
So-
Sunday.
Or he could hair them Sunday. We'll figure that out. But yeah, that's it for the day, right?
Yeah.
And it's 9:54, so it's just about 10 o'clock.
I actually.
I had a ferret. I love that movie. What was the ferret's name? They all had names.
Podo.
Poto and it wasn't Frodo.
No. But one of them was Podo. and
Yeah, they had two names like that. Yeah. Anyway,
Odo and Podo or something like that.
Coco and Podo. Someone knows. Like Keith is on it.
Wow.
Okay, good deal.
Thank you. I'll answer the rod. Sure.
So, guys,
Cartman rod.
we're heading out. You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say, go make stuff.